What's up, y'all? It's Andrew, aka Life of Little Raj, back with another video. Today we'll be doing another unboxing, but before we get into the unboxing, I do have an announcement to make. So I have invested in a couple of mics here, so I'm going to be testing them out through these next few videos, seeing which mic works best. I'm trying to bring better quality into these videos, so my goal here is to have a mic so you guys don't have to deal with the annoying noise of the wobbling whenever I try to zoom in. Whenever I was using my camera's mic, my phone's camera's mic, basically, so I do have a separate mic that's kind of hoping to capture the voice of my sound but not the wobbles. So without further ado, we're going to be reviewing a GeminiJets model. So like I said, without further ado, let's prepare for takeoff. So to get into this model is the GeminiJets Boeing 747. It's the United Airlines Stars and Bars livery. So this GeminiJets box is very old, as you can see, and it's different from the other GeminiJets boxes that I've reviewed, and most of the boxes you'll see online, like where it doesn't have like the gray, it's not the gray box, the gray metallic box, or it's like not the navy blue, dark blue box. This one's all white. This one also doesn't have the CGI or like a picture on the front of the box. It just has the GeminiJets in red. Going further into the box, there's not that much detail. Looking from the back, there's no design or anything, it's just plain white. And if you look, there's kind of a certain shape here. If you have a certain type of mind, it might look like something specific to you, but I'm going to leave it at that. So moving to the other sides of the boxes, nothing much, just your collectible model choking hazard warning, so small parts, not for children under 8 years. So I think it's interesting on this box this is 8 years, but on most of the other boxes you'll see they have it at 14 years. There's nothing else, not too much other details from the box except for this barcode here, so that's where it has a barcode and made in China. So if we were to open up the box, basically here there's nothing much detail with the flap. So it does have a flap, but then inside of the flap it's white and blank. So we can see the model here through the plastic. You can see the plastic covering for this model is kind of old. It has that yellow tinge or yellow hint, and the color is not just clear, see-through, exactly transparent. It's still pretty transparent, but there's definitely a yellow hint or yellow type of color on the box. So without further ado, I'm going to unbox this model and we can take a closer look at the model. So this model was one I bought from Airliners International. You can tell that it has been put to use and it's a very well used model. You can see the plastic here is kind of coming apart. So this model's probably been opened up and put back in the box several times. But with that, let's continue on and getting into the model. So starting off with the front of the aircraft, here we have the front with the cockpit windows. So we do have some blue paint, bright blue paint in front of the cockpit windows. Moving along, we got the cheat lines here. So we got a darker blue, kind of navy bluish cheat line going along. This aligns with the windows, and below that, I don't think it's exactly as much of a cheat line, but we have a red stripe going through across the entirety of the aircraft, and below that you can see the underbody of the aircraft. We got more of like a chrome silverish type paint scheme going on there. So at the bottom there's the nose gear. Here you can see we got 4 stars here, so this is the French ship livery. So looking at the box again, the name of the liveries is the Stars and Bars livery. So moving along here, you can see here we have the L1 door, and then we have the United. So this is back from the 70s, an earlier type of livery. So you got your United in this type of font, and then moving along, you can see here where it shows the 747 French ship. So this is a 747-100. So there's two decks. We got the upper deck, and then below we have the lower deck. Moving along the wings here, so there's some detail here. You can see the lights here, so there's kind of shapes here to indicate the lights on the wing. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see the wings as well. So we got the engines here. The 747 has 4 engines, so there's the 2 wings on this left side here. There's good detail along the wings, so you can see here, though it's not really painted, it's more like within the actual wings, indented in the wings, the markings here, there's good detail of the air brakes and such. So moving along the aircraft here, we have another exit. So we have an exit going off the wing, and then we have another exit as well towards the back of the aircraft here, so it's just past the wing. And then moving along, you can see towards the back of the airplane, we got our last exit right before the horizontal stabilizers, and we have our registration. So the registration here is November 4735 uniform. And then looking at the tail, we have the United tail, so we have like the 4 stars at the bottom of the tail, and then the United logo from back then. So I think this logo is kind of interesting for this livery, because it kind of is like the current day American Airlines logo, but the American Airlines logo has the colors switched out and it looks a little bit more modern. So towards the end of the video, I'll show a comparison of how the logos look similar but are still different. So moving along to the back of the aircraft here, you can see we got some detail here, some indentations or marks, basically indentations for the horizontal stabilizers, so decent detail there. And then here you have the APU. Moving along to the right side of the aircraft, starting with the tail, it's pretty much almost mirrored with the exception of having the detail here for the different hatches and such. So like the cargo hatch here, the doors are pretty much the same. You got your cheat stripes going through. You got the same detail on the wing with the 2 other engines on the other side, details of the lights from the wing. And then moving towards the front, you got your same detail with also another cargo hatch up the front, and then your exit doors up here, and then as well on top you got your upper deck, so you have your windows up there, and then another exit at the top. So interesting enough, going back to look at the other side, so this side, on the left side, there's no exit door, or it's not visible on this model here, but looking on the right side, there is a door up here. So moving to look at the top of the aircraft here, you can see, or I guess from the front, there's the detail with the blue in front, and then moving to the top here, I'll zoom out so you can see the whole aircraft, but basically not too much detail. There is some detail here with the antennas. There's nothing that actually sticks out. It's all just mostly paint. And then moving towards the front, so I'll use my thumb to point it out. So here we have some lights here. There's 2 different lights. There's the yellow light, and then there's a red light. And then the last bit of detail here at the top, there's the hatch here, so you can see, like, for emergencies, in case of emergency, there's the hatch for the pilots to climb out of the aircraft. So I guess it would be like the pilots and the flight engineer, since this is a 747-100. So looking at the bottom side of the aircraft, I'll flip the model over so you guys can get a look. There isn't too much detail here. It's just the same kind of polished chrome underbody, and then here on the model here, there's not too much detail. There is decent detail along the wings of like where the air brakes are and the marks and all the parts for the aircraft with the engines and such, but not much in terms of paint or detail along the paint. So the landing gears here, these on the wings don't really move, but the ones on the actual like fuselage of the aircraft, they do kind of rotate and tilt. So moving along, the only other detail is basically the GeminiJets. It's a little bit hard to see. So, but basically we have GeminiJets, so it's in the older type logo, so it's the blue and then the silver. So instead of the normal, what we see today where it's like blue and then yellowish gold, this one is blue and silver. To wrap up this review, I'll let you guys have a look at the model from each side. So here we have it from the left side. I'll bring it up a little bit closer so there's less glare from the lights and the camera capturing it. So here we have from the left side, from the rear of the aircraft, from the right side, and then from the front. So like I did mention earlier in the video, I would kind of compare the different logos. So here, I'll zoom in here where we can focus on the logos. You can see the United logo, how it kind of is a little bit similar here with the design and like the diagonal colors here kind of symbolizing like a tail as well. So you have it both on United as well as American. So United, it's different here where you have the red at the top and the blue at the bottom, where American has the red at the bottom and the blue at the top. But I think it still does look kind of similar, and then like you have a little section in between the colors and such. But just a little comparison, I guess they kind of aren't that similar, but they do look a little bit similar, so I figured I'd include it in the video. With that being said, I'd like to wrap up the video. So with this, let me know how the mic works, if it sounds a little better. Let me know how the zooming in works. Hopefully there's not as much rattle on from the phone whenever I try to zoom in to get a close-up view of aircraft for you guys. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It means so much to me. I'm grateful to everyone who's watching my videos and everyone who's subscribed. Keep on helping out the channel so I can grow more and invest more into the channel. I really appreciate it. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.